Hey guys, what's up? It's Missy, and we're back. Surprisingly enough, I actually haven't been filming a whole lot this summer. The main reason for that being that I've just kind of been enjoying riding. I have been riding this motorcycle so much lately, and I've just been enjoying it without feeling the pressure to film or the pressure of carrying my cameras with me and extra batteries and making sure the SD card is empty and, things like that. Now, I'm the kind of person that would record every single ride. Even if I wasn't filming a video for content, I would just record my ride more as a dash cam. And so I would always have either my helmet camera or my Instant 360 with me when I rode, just in case. But it is so cumbersome to bring all of that stuff with me. So I was actually using that as an excuse to not ride, because I just didn't want to deal with the hassle of bringing my camera equipment. So I was extremely excited when a company called HFK reached out to me about their motorcycle dash cam. I did tell them that I'm gonna make a transparent and honest video, because I'm not going to sing high praises about a product if it's not good. So HFK of course understood that and agreed that I should be 100% transparent and honest about this product. So they sent me the HM201 dual motorcycle dash cam. So this is a dual dash cam. It has a front and rear camera that you mount on your motorcycle. It's kind of a generic thing, so it's not meant for any one specific motorcycle. But with that, I will say the wiring is kind of a disaster because it is a more generic product in terms of, it's meant to fit almost any motorcycle, not one specific motorcycle. They give you a lot of wiring so that you can route these cameras wherever you want or wherever's convenient for you. So I had to do a lot of wiring management when I did the installation on this camera, but we'll get into that in just a sec. This dual camera motorcycle dash cam records in 1080p, and each camera has 137 degrees of wide angle viewing. It comes with a built-in 64 gigabyte storage, so you don't need an SD card to run this camera. If you do want to add an SD card, there is a slot to do so, and it can accommodate up to 512 gigabytes of storage. The unit itself is IP67 waterproof and dustproof, though I haven't personally gone through this yet, so I can't speak to how waterproof or dustproof the camera itself is. This camera also features a G sensor and loop recording, so you can set how long you want the camera to record in 1, 3, 5 minute intervals, and it also has a G sensor, so if it detects a fall or a collision, it will lock the file for you to be able to review, and it will not automatically overwrite that footage while it's in loop recording. HFK does have a phone app for this camera. It was super easy to install and connect to the camera. It connects via Wi-Fi, and from there you can change your camera settings as well as review any of your footage from that built-in storage. One of the features that I'll talk about a little bit later in the video is the auto on with startup. So when I turn the motorcycle on, it automatically turns the camera on. And when I shut my motorcycle off, it automatically shuts the camera off. The only feature of this dash cam that I have yet to have an opinion about is the image quality at night. I personally don't ride at night, so I can't attest to how good the image quality looks for this camera while riding at night. The box itself comes with everything that you need to install this dual camera dash cam on your motorcycle, including mounts, safety ties, the wiring, the control module, anything you can think of, this box has it for you.
Now, the actual installation of the camera itself took maybe about an hour, and I would not have been able to do it without Chris's help for numerous reasons. Number one, I just don't mess with wiring when it comes to my bike, and I had originally thought my bike didn't have any accessory ports at all. So we took the seat off, looked at the fuse boxes, and noticed that I do have a relay for an accessory. So I had to look up the wiring diagram for my motorcycle to find the accessory plug, and it's actually hidden inside the headlight housing for my motorcycle. Once we located that, we realized that the wiring from the camera won't directly plug into the accessory plug on my motorcycle. So Chris had to basically rewire and repin the accessory plug on my motorcycle, as well as the wiring that HFK sent. But once we did all of that, it was pretty smooth sailing for installation. My only other gripe about the installation process is the wiring that HFK uses for this kit. It's a very nice, high quality wire. However, it is a super thick gauged wire, and there's a lot of it. And this is kind of a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because you don't have to worry about the wires being too short for your motorcycle. They've designed this so that you can pretty much install this camera virtually anywhere on your bike and there will be enough wiring for it. However, this is a curse because you then have to manage all of that wiring and find ways to hide it and kind of clean it up. We ended up actually kind of stuffing all of the wiring into the headlight housing, and miraculously it fit. But if you have a different bike, you may have to do some interesting wire management, cable management to get a super clean installation.
Now there are a couple of ways to install the camera onto the motorcycle. One of the ways is to simply hook up the power and accessory wires directly to your battery. And then all that would mean is that every time you shut the bike off, you would have to manually power the control unit off. I know myself, and I know that I would forget to turn the power unit off and I would drain my battery. So the other option is to hook up the accessory wire to the accessory. And again, I had to find the accessory plug for my bike because I don't just have one readily available. And we were able to do it that way. So the way that it's currently wired, if I turn my bike off, it shuts the unit off as well. And I'm glad it does this because it's kind of a set it and forget it. Once I installed the cameras, I have never once thought about anything else in regards to them. Once the installation was done, I just ride normally and I just know that it's recording. When you do turn the camera on, or technically when you do turn the bike on and the camera turns itself on, it does make a beep sound to let you know that the unit is powered on. Now, I've already talked about how I like the quality of the camera. The 1080p is perfect for what the camera is, especially considering that the camera themselves are pretty small. And I've concealed them pretty well under my headlight as well as right on my license plate holder. I will say the biggest and only gripe that I have since installing my camera is that I now have a vibration that I hear, which I think is from just some of the plastic components of the camera. But sometimes at higher revs, I can hear like a vibration on the bike, which I did not hear prior to the camera installation. It's nothing alarming, just plastic rattling, basically. Overall, I am pretty happy with the camera. After the installation, it was pretty much a no-brainer. Again, it's just, I turn the bike on and the camera starts rolling, and if something happens or if I need to grab footage, I just turn the Wi-Fi on and grab the footage. Honestly, the best part about the entire thing is just the peace of mind I have knowing that I don't have to carry around extra cameras or batteries or any of that kind of stuff. I can just get on the bike and ride and know that I'm, in a sense, protected with video evidence. Now, it's not a 360 camera by any means, so I do have blind spots with the cameras, mostly being the sides. So as you can tell from the footage I do have, it gets pretty much my entire front fender and some peripheral area, and then it gets a good range from the back of the motorcycle as well. But it does leave the sides as a blind spot, for lack of better terms. So if anything does happen from the side, hopefully it happened in a way that I could still get some footage from the front or rear camera. But I will say that is one thing that I don't really like about the camera, and the only way to get around that is to just simply have a 360 cam on the bike. I just don't like having to worry about bringing it, making sure it's charged, making sure there's SD card space, taking it off the bike when I get to my destination. It's just really nice to ride. So yeah, overall, I absolutely love this camera. Like I said, I've been rocking it for quite a while now, a couple of weeks, at least a month. And I even told HFK, my review's gonna take a little bit longer to do because I wanna really get to know this camera. And the only thing, like I said, that I haven't done is got nighttime footage, because I just don't ride at night. It's not something I like to do, and so I don't put myself in those kind of situations. I do want to thank HFK for sending me this camera. I really do appreciate it. They have a couple of other camera models available. That's pretty much it for me. I give this camera a solid 4 out of 5 stars. The only thing I'm knocking off a star for is simply the cable management being a little bit of a mess. Other than that, it's super awesome. I think it's a great device, and I love the peace of mind that it brings me when I ride. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's not like my normal style of video, but I have actually been looking for some dash cams or motorcycle cameras to permanently put on my bike. So it was such a blessing for HFK to reach out to me and offer me the HM201. I think it is a great device. I can't compare it to anything else on the market because I have not tried anything else on the market, but I'm happy with what I have. That's gonna be it for me. I am done yapping. It is hot as heck. My engine is burning. Traffic is a nightmare, and I'm just gonna get on home. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel to see more motorcycle content. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of dedicated motorcycle dash cams, or if you run one yourself on your motorcycle. It's time for me to get out of this traffic, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!